Hello everyone, my name is Massey once again, and today, as I continue on my reviews on the Jurassic Park movies, I'm going to review The Lost World Jurassic Park, which this is also part of the Blu-ray collection, aside from the first one and the third one. It stars Jeff Goldblum, Julianne Moore, Fizz Fong, Pete Pasquale, may he rest in peace, and once again, may he rest in peace for reprising his role in this one, Richard Attenborough. This is based on a novel by Michael Crichton. It's directed by Steven Spielberg once again, and the music is done by John Williams. And that's a Lost World Jurassic Park. I know many of y'all hated this movie and consider it to be the most hated film in the series, or some of y'all might say Jurassic Park 3 is the most hated, but I'll talk about Jurassic Park 3 later, but for right now I want to talk about The Lost World first. So, before I get into that, here's the backstory. After the release of the first novel, Crichton was pressured by many fans to write the sequel, which he never had written before. He refused, but when the first film became such a hit, he now began writing the sequel. Many elements from the first novel were never used in the first film, but instead they were later put in the second film, like for example, where the family is trying to protect their daughter by compies. This was also the first film to use the late 90s Universal logo until it was later updated in 2012. The T-Rex attack in San Diego was inspired by a very similar attack where the Brontosaurus were attacking in London from the 1925 film The Lost World, and that is also based on a 1912 novel by the same name, and it's written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The Lost World Jurassic Park was released on May 23, 1997, and it became successful at the box office, but not as successful as its predecessor. It cost the filmmakers to make $73 million, which is twice as the budget from the first film, to be $63 million, and it made $229 million, which is why it's not as big as the first one. Unlike the first film that received positive reviews, this one received in a very mixed way. And it only gets to receive one Oscar nomination for visual effects, but it lost to James Cameron's Titanic, and it received 3 Razzie nominations for Worst Screenplay, Worst Remake or Sequel, and Worst Reckless Disregard of Human Life or Public Property. And I really don't care about the Razzie Awards, so don't need to talk more about it, just I really don't care. And yes, this is the only Jurassic Park sequel that is directed by Spielberg and music by John Williams. So, now I got those out of my way, here's my thoughts on The Lost World Jurassic Park. In my opinion, I don't think it's as bad as many of y'all make it out to be. And I really don't know how to explain it, but I'll try my best why. I mean, heck, I used to like Jurassic Park 3, but now I like The Lost World more. No, I do not hate Lost World back then. I still love it before, and I still love it now. I will admit, yes, it's not as good as the first film. It doesn't have the same charm as the first film, which I understand that. But in spite of not having the same charm as the first film, I do like how different it is for not being a rehash of the first one. And I thought Spielberg did a great job on directing this movie for taking this sequel to a whole new level that doesn't have to be like the first film all over again. And I thought he built up some very good suspense, and I thought the action scenes at the end of the film where the T-Rex is attacking San Diego is very well done, and it's a very nice nod to movies such as King Kong or Godzilla. And of course, this movie came out a year before that Godzilla movie came out, that's directed by Roland Emmerich in 1998, and that movie sucked, and I'll talk about that later. Soon. And I thought it goes by at a very good pace. It wasn't boring. I thought the cinematography was very well shot, just to give it a different kind of flavor. Very different than the one in the first film by Dean Cundey. And I like how the filmmakers were able to develop Jeff Goldblum's character, where in the first film he was more of a side character, but now here he's now more mature and more of the hero. So I liked it. I like how they developed his character, though. The other characters that Julianne Moore and Fizz Fong play, I thought they were alright. I mean, I like them. I like them. I'll admit they're not as compelling as the characters in the first film, but I still say they're likable. But of course, I would have liked it if they used some more character development. And I thought the special effects, they still look pretty good for the use of CG and practical by ILM and Stan Winston. Sure, there are some effects that are pretty dated, but the most part is really good. And I really do love John Williams' music, which I loved as much as his music as the first one, and this one is also completely unforgettable too. Really love his music. And I know the most saying why none of y'all like this one because of the humans and the way how they do when you saw that scene's pretty stupid, like where Vince Vaughn and Julia Moore were trying to get the dinosaurs out, or Vince Vaughn brings the baby T-Rex in, but I mean, I can defend their actions, and then I really don't know how to explain it, but it's just like any other monster movies or horror films where you have characters who are on the same boat or same island together, and they have a hard time trusting each other. So that's what it is. They have a hard time trusting each other to one another. So all they have to do is they have to put aside their differences and just work together. So it's about trusting each other. And it's really the hardest thing to do is to trust one another. And I don't think it was a bad thing to let the dinosaurs out. It's just that they don't trust them. That's why. And they were trying to stop the bad guys from taking these dinosaurs off the island. Which is what Jeff Goldblum's character says. Taking dinosaurs on his island is the worst idea in the history of bad ideas. Which makes him probably the smartest character in this movie. But if you don't like the second one, that's fine. But and so yeah, I really like the Lost World Jurassic Park, and I could defend it as much as I could defend any other movie I can appreciate by Spielberg. Like, I guess maybe Temple of Doom, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yes, I like that one. And of course, defending Hook, which I'm a fan of that as well. And that is, in my opinion, Spielberg's most underrated film. And I will talk about that later. Soon. So that's my thoughts on the Lost World Jurassic Park. It's not as good as the first one, but I don't think it deserves to be hated on. So, for my suggestion, I say give this movie another shot. Maybe it could grow on you, maybe it won't, but I may never know if you would like it or not. But hey, that's y'all's opinion, and I have mine as well. So for the Lost World Jurassic Park, I actually do think it's a very well done sequel. I had a fun time watching it, and I can watch it anytime wherever I want to. And it's probably the only good Jurassic Park sequel I ever liked. Like that, directed by Steven Spielberg. Well, the third one, not so much. And again, I'll talk about that later soon. So the Lost World Jurassic Park, I give this movie a B. So that's my opinion on the Lost World Jurassic Park. If you want to know what are your thoughts on the sequel, let me know. Put the comments down below. And also, don't forget to subscribe. And if there's anything I have not talked about the sequel, let me know. Again, comments down below and subscribe. So that is my review of the Lost World Jurassic Park. I really liked it. And stay tuned for my review of Jurassic Park 3. And then once I review Jurassic Park 3, it's all the way up to the new film, Jurassic World. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.